but that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching, my friends. Today is a very special day, a very sad day. You guys have been asking me all week, are you gonna do a video on it? MatPat's final video. Robert, are you gonna look at it? And the answer, you can probably gather is yes. Yes is the answer to the question. Actually, it's right, you're watching it. It is a historic day on YouTube. MatPat is retiring, and he has just posted his final theory. I don't know if it's a game theory. It's some kind of theory. But now we are here, and we are going to watch and review MatPat's final video. You know what? Theme song. MatPat, he's the best. Wait, let me hit that again. MatPat, he's the best. But MatPat, he does game theories for all of his friends and fans, and we'll miss him. I can't, I'm done. Okay, let's just do it, people. MatPat's final theory. I'm sorry, I'll make sure to cry later. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. MatPat's final game theory. It's just a theory. Game theory. I'm sorry. Wait, how long is the intro? Actually, I guess you really go all out for the intro when it's the final episode. I guess that makes sense.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where that is the last time that I'll be saying those words officially on this channel. Loyal theorists, how do you say goodbye? 13 years ago, I made you this promise.
Do you want to know more about the games you love without having to put in any work of your own? Well, now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse.
Yeah, that was back when his edits were just so literal. Wait, are they still? I don't know. Guys, I'm gonna keep it real. You guys wanted my thoughts on this situation. I have not watched Game Theory in a few years. So I will be exploring this, and I'll listen. A bunch of things are gonna happen in this video, and you're gonna be like, Robert's such a fake Game Theory fan. He doesn't know anything. Yeah, I haven't watched one in years. But as a YouTuber who came up in 2016, it is my duty. It is my duty to watch this and pay my respects. So again, strap in.
Well, now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse. We have created Game Theory, gaming's tangential learning experience.
Well, Weboverse, here we are today, 3,000 videos of tangential learning later. How do you sum all that up? I already got super weepy in the last one of these things, so probably shouldn't do that again. It'd be redundant and probably not great for the tech equipment. We've also spent the last 10 weeks together knowing that this day was gonna come, right? So I really feel like I've gotten my farewell tour. I've buried hatchets, I've rekindled friendships, I made sweeping videos about the state of online entertainment.
True. This is actually a good plan, actually. Yeah, he already got the sad crying video out of the way, and now he can just make the final one a slapper. Like a legit slap arena. That's exciting. Cool. Yeah, no crying in this one, homies. I mean, you can. It's okay to cry. I'm just kidding.
That was legitimately very cool. I honored my heritage. I made Disney mad at me one final time, which, you know, felt a bit.
It's not hard to do.
Some new dripping, and just in general, ran my way through all the things that were left in my content creator bucket list. So again, I ask, how do you say goodbye? First, it's probably most important to remind you that it's not officially goodbye, right? It's not like I'm dying or anything. It's more of a see you later. I'm still gonna be doing plenty of stuff. Like, I'm already booked to do the fashion show on Style Theory later this year. I'm still gonna be here on the couch for GT Live. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna be giving a speech over at PAX. I was recently in a kill count. Heck, I'm already slated to do the Jacksepticeye podcast, the Ludwig podcast. There's a collaboration I'm doing with Shea Frillis Productions. There's the FNAF musical over on
Okay, MatPat. Is this how YouTubers are supposed to retire? I don't... What? This is the least retiring retirement I've ever heard of. Guys, it's a sad day, but this is the end. By the way, here's 20 million other things that I'm going to be doing. Listen, I ain't complaining, but...
There's the FNAF musical over on Random Encounters. Like, I will be doing a lot, and you will probably be sick of me doing all these things on everyone else's channels. But if you do want to stay in touch with me, there are actually 2 ways that you could do it.
Follow me on
I'd
Twitter.
say something like, oh, you can follow me on Twitter, but we all know that there's like a grand total of 0 people who want to be over on that platform. So instead, I decided to make you this. A mysterious website named where'smatpat.com.
Wow.
This is going to be a place that I update every once in a while when I have news about some new project that's coming up, or, you know, a mystery that you're going to have to solve by digging through the source code. Yes, it's a ripoff of scottgames.com. No, I don't feel bad about that because he stole enough of my ideas over the years. Kind of owes me one. Editor should drop on some deal with it sunglasses in this moment. Yeah, that's a good one.
Whoa.
It's a ripoff of scottgames.com.
Scott Games, wait. Guys, I don't know anything. Scott Games, okay. Scott Cawthon, of course. Guys, why was I so excited thinking that MatPat was talking about Scott the Woz? Why did I think he was talking about Scott the Woz? Oh, I was so excited. All right, sorry. I'm already off track. Of course, scottgames.com. How could I forget? But also, good idea, like just having your own website instead of using social medias. What a more pleasant way to live your life. I know it's more inconvenient for everyone else to see your updates, but like, man, yeah, making your own website and just having the hardcore people go over there, I kind of love that idea. That's like old school internet, and it just seems so much more peaceful. Oh, what a great idea. Wow.
But, all right, enough stalling. Back to the question at hand. How do you say goodbye?
How do you say goodbye?
I think you honestly have to end it all where it began. This title.
At the beginning.
A game theory about game theory. Did you know that game theory isn't just a nerdy YouTube show? It's also a nerdy economics concept. Whoa. If that's news to you, I honestly can't blame you. At this point, we've created enough confusion online that apparently we've merited our own disambiguation tag on Wikipedia for game theory searches. In all seriousness, for the first 5 years of the show.
Wait, I'm sorry, I mean, MatPat's acting like having a Wikipedia page is like, that's his biggest accomplishment. Like, bro, why is MatPat surprised that there's a Wikipedia page about game theory? Game theory is gigantic. It would be insane if there was not a wiki page for game theory. If there wasn't a wiki page for game theory, we would take to the streets. If y'all ain't doing it, I'll do it. I'll take to the streets if there is one, so I can stop talking.
In all seriousness, for the first 5 years of the show, I received so many tweets from people who were mid-year in their economics courses, screenshotting their textbooks, freaking out when they got to the episode on game. It's not an episode, it's a chapter. When they got to the chapter on game theory, being like,
cooler.
Oh my gosh, dude, did you know that you were in this thing? And yeah.
That's way cooler than the Wikipedia.
The pun, believe it or not, was intentional. In fact, Steph and I knew from the very beginning that it was likely that the final episode of Game Theory was going to be about game theory. Why?
Well, that makes sense.
Because game theory, it's everywhere. You can't escape it.
We are game theory. You are game theory. We're all game theory. If he says that, I'm probably go and say it. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Also, you guys, I just want you to know, I do genuinely love MatPat. I think he's amazing. I don't want it to feel like I'm like making fun of this video by doing this. It's just, I don't want to react to this video and just be like, oh, I agree. Like, that's great. You know, that would be really boring. So I'm intentionally injecting some extra fun. So I'm just playing MatPat's great. Just in case anyone was confused. I wouldn't have made this video if I wasn't a MatPat fan. So yeah.
Because game theory, it's everywhere. You can't escape it. If you've ever seen the movie Love Actually, there's actually this opening monologue in it that goes a little something like this.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. Seems to me that love is everywhere.
It's my mom's favorite movie.
Love actually is all around.
Now you just got to replace the word love with game theory. You basically got it.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. Seems to me that
game theory
is everywhere.
What? No!
If you look for it, you'll find that
game theory
actually is all around.
Who would have suspected that English acting megastar and recent Oompa Loompa Hugh Grant would be making a guest appearance in my final episode? Truly, Truly, we have spared no expense for this one. And not only is game theory just everywhere, it also holds the secret to winning everything forever. Yeah, I know, right? That is a huge claim to make. Clearly, I was saving all my biggest secrets for the grand finale, so...
MatPat's doing the old Mr. Beast method here. By the way, guys, just so you know, my videos, you can win $1 billion. I don't know how, but keep watching, and I'm gonna explain how you can have all of your dreams come true through the game theory. That's what did he just say?
You know what? Let's not beat around the bush anymore, my friends. Let's make you masters of the universe and reveal how, whether you like it or not, you all are theorists for life. Come on.
Whoa.
This way.
I am a game.
Yeah, we're moving off the couch this time. That's how you know it's a big deal. Let's go.
At
its core, game theory is the science of strategy. So we gamers, we understand strategy, but what exactly is game theory specifically? Well, to understand that, you have to go back to the original game theorist, not me, this guy right here.
Wow, the first man to have a theory.
The red leather jackets or the cool diamond play buttons, but I'll tell you what he does have. A crater on the moon named after himself, so I'll let you...
John von Neumann's Theorists. Wow, what a cool name. That's why it's called a game theory.
Crater on the moon named after himself, so I'll let you decide who has the bigger flex there. This guy right here, he is mathematician John von Neumann, and he was everywhere back in the day. And I do mean everywhere. Like, this guy was a key player in the invention of the digital computer. He helped with the discovery of the structure of DNA.
Wow.
Even the creation of key components for Oppenheimer's Manhattan Project. You know, the Christopher Nolan movie where big things go big booms.
Yeah, that's the more significant thing. That's a great way of being like, the guy who did the thing that's in a movie, that's cool, right? No, what he actually did in that case, in real life, is really, really bad. Really bad. So I wouldn't have even mentioned that part. If you're trying to hype up the first ever theorist, I would not have mentioned that part. Oh no. Oh no.
Big things go big booms. But perhaps his biggest claim to fame was game theory. The idea that in any situation where there are two or more people, or players in this case, you can model out a game that'll help you find the best outcome. Have you ever played rock, paper, scissors and thrown out rock as the first hand? Because you know, statistically, most people choose their first move to be scissors. Or maybe you picked paper because the last three moves have been rock, and they're obviously going to be throwing rock again. Well, congratulations, that is game theory.
Game theory.
You got a Medal of Freedom for that. So it just goes to show, don't let your dreams just be dreams, kids. Sometimes getting an honorary medal is a lot easier than you think.
Yeah, how stupid were humans back in that day? If he came up with that concept, if that dude really came up with the concept of that, how had no one thought of that before? How was that the first time someone had noticed patterns in game? I don't understand. I mean, I guess games didn't really exist. If rock, paper, scissors was your illest game, man, I'm glad I didn't grow up in that generation.
Sometimes getting an honorary medal is a lot easier than you think. In short, game theory is the study of strategic choice. It's math that tells you what people are gonna do and who's gonna win the game. Probably the most famous example of a game theory scenario is the prisoner's dilemma, where two accomplices have just committed a crime and they're both given the chance to narc on the other one. If they both deny the crime, well, they both get a short prison sentence. If one of them denies the crime and the other rats him out, the narc walks free while his buddy is stuck in prison for a long time.
But if they
both confess, they both get a medium sentence. We can model the possible outcomes here in a nice, neat, mathy looking square. And while technically the best outcome for both of them would be to trust each other and not confess, they're criminals, and they don't know each other that well. And because they don't trust each other, by the math, both of them narc on each other, and as a result, get a medium amount of prison.
That's terrifying. Hey, yo, guys, if you want to avoid this horrible dilemma, don't do crimes, okay?
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
If we can learn anything from the prisoner's dilemma, it is don't do crimes or else you gonna have a dilemma. You gonna have a dilemma. I don't know if it'll be that one, but you gonna have some dilemmas. So yeah, if I can invoke one piece of advice for this video, don't do crimes. Thank you.
Okay, time's up. Now get out.
Or if that all's too complicated and hypothetical, over in England, they turned the whole thing into a game show where they say the word balls an uncomfortable amount of times.
Welcome to Golden Balls. Golden Balls. Balls of riches, 12 balls.
My balls are all golden.
100 golden balls, and they're all bursting with money. Killer balls. 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 Balls.
Now, why am I bringing all this up? Well, game theory is more than just wads of cash jammed into a bunch of balls.
What?
Someone should tell Mr. Beast that I just discovered his next video idea. No, it has very real consequences for the world. Back when the US and USSR were on the brink of atomic annihilation, the principles of game theory helped both sides reach an agreement to slowly disarm their nuclear arsenal.
Well, okay, well, good. How great. That first game theorist who worked on that stuff, at least his game theory then helped clear up some of the potential consequences of that stuff that he helped create. Okay, I guess we're even. I don't know, guys. I wasn't expecting to hear about this in this video.
Principles of game theory helped both sides reach an agreement to slowly disarm their nuclear arsenals. If you want to know more about that story, Veritasium's recent video on game theory does a great job telling it. And honestly, I can't really improve on it. So thanks for doing all the research for my final episode there, Derek. If you want an example that's a bit closer to home, though,
yeah, let's do that. That's a bit nicer.
See, YouTube as a platform is just a bunch of zeros and ones, right? But YouTube as a community, it's a network of people constantly trying to make strategic decisions. Creators are players who are more or less rational people making videos that'll get you to watch and like and comment and subscribe. You, the viewer, you're also a player in this. You're on a strategic mission to win the experience by finding the thing that's most satisfying to watch. And the people who run, or at least have run YouTube in the past, shout out to Todd, Jake, Neil, Ernest, Meg,
the whole
Ariel,
website,
Susan,
not
David,
individual
Fede,
people.
Vader, Stephanie, and Kim. They're all in a strategic game to keep the creators and viewers happy, while also figuring out the best possible outcome for YouTube as a company by appeasing all the advertisers and shareholders.
True.
It is seriously a complex strategic arena.
And MatPat, that's why most people don't think that deeply about it. That's why most people are able to sleep at night, because their brain doesn't operate on a capacity where they're thinking about the implications of every single human involved in YouTube. If I think about it, my brain will probably explode. But yeah, I mean, strategy indeed. You know what? I'm gonna keep it real, you guys. I'm gonna keep it real. As far as YouTube goes, I think I'm pretty good at making the videos, but strategy, nuh-uh. I'm not good at this. I am not good at like sitting down and analyzing the data, determining the best title, search engine optimization, the best thumbnail. I just try to figure it out as I go. I make videos that I think are good, but then the whole like strategy, making plays, theories, all of that, I am terrible at. I'm so bad. So much so that when I started my channel in 2015, I actually did email MatPat way back then, because he did have a service where he would mentor smaller creators and give them like strategic advice. But at the time, my channel was just Five Nights at Freddy's Let's Plays. And so, yeah, obviously he didn't email me back. But yeah, there's some RobertIDK game theory lore for you.
And that's how you get decisions like use bright green text because it's more likely to stand out in a sea of dark gaming thumbnails and more likely to get clicks. Launch shorts as a means to counterattack against TikTok. Do a video on something that's not trending so you can stand out from the pack. Or maybe you lean in so you're suggested against the algorithm. Every video you watch, everything that you click on, it's the product of creators using game theory. Slap a big old game theory colon in front of every title and slam some clickbait green text on every thumbnail. All those hundreds of millions of subscribers to Jimmy and Ryan Trahan and Cocomelon, I like to think that they're all secretly ours. Where's our 200 million subscriber play button there, YouTube?
Stop.
In the end, it's all game theory. Speaking of, and this is just an aside that I learned about earlier this week, apparently there's a Chrome extension that allows you to do exactly what I just described. It, quote unquote, MatPatifies your YouTube feed by putting green text on like every thumbnail. Just
incredible.
saying, we have reached the peak of human achievements. I, for one, really like this one, where it's Link and saying mommy's hungry. That's just traumatic on a whole nother level.
Man, not the best artificial intelligence, not the best AI if you're putting the text over other text. MatPatify, we can improve on this. But it's an excellent idea.
Or there was one that I saw circulating online, Ryan Gosling doing a puppy interview, and the title is Birth of a Killer. There was another one that showed up on the subreddit, Afton's Final Death Smash? I gotta say, I am proud of the mark that I will leave on this platform. But so what, right? YouTube is game theory, sure, that's great, it's interesting, but why does it matter to you, right? Why am I spending so much time talking about all of this in my final episode?
Because you deserve it, MatPat, you deserve it. After, did he say 4,000 he didn't say did he say 4,000 videos? Wait, am I insane? Oh, maybe across all the different channels. Okay, after all of these videos, MatPat deserves it. Of course, talk about yourself in your goodbye video. King. You have earned it. I hope that my last video is about me. I hope that in my last video ever, I'm not talking about like the new McDonald's meal. I don't know. Yeah, if you've grinded out these videos, yo, call it on your terms, my G.
Why does it matter to you, right? Why am I spending so much time talking about all of this in my final episode? Well, because like I said, game theory can help in every strategic interaction that you have. And it's produced a literal strategy guide on the best way to live out your life. Tried and tested by all our grandfather theorists. But to truly understand that, we have to go back to where it all began, a glorified PowerPoint presentation. Weboverse, allow me to introduce you to, lights please, the trust game. I love this. We started as glorified PowerPoint slides and we're ending as glorified PowerPoint slides. Here's the TLDR of this one. The trust game was originally just named the Computer Tournament by a guy named Robert Axelrod.
The Computer
Clearly
Tournament?
Not the most creative with his titling conventions. Basically, this was the prisoner's dilemma or the golden balls thing, except here there was one crucial difference. They're not just playing the game once, they are literally playing it hundreds of times, repeating it over and over again to see what strategies end up winning the most across a longer period.
Black Mirror did that on an episode, and it was like a dating sim thing, and it was exactly this. It was exactly this. Black Mirror did this exact concept. It was like, I can't even explain it in the little amount of time. It's this dating app that runs when you meet someone, it runs a simulation, like in the background of like you two like meeting and falling in love and like the whole process, and like it puts these virtual versions of you through all of these like different hardships and scenarios, and then it makes the calculation of how many times those like two artificial versions of you would like work out, and then it tells you that's all in the virtual world, and then it goes back into your thing and it's like, oh, this is a 98% match or whatever, you should definitely meet. It was crazy. It was like the same theory is a game theory. I tried to explain an extremely complicated plot in like 15 seconds, and I apologize. That was a mess, but good episode.
To see what strategies end up winning the most across a longer period. This then gives us a model that's shockingly closer to real life, because here, most of the time, you're not just thinking about what you have to do to win a single game, you have to actually think about the consequences of your actions. The more people think about the future, the more they're willing to cooperate because they don't want to screw themselves over down the road, you know? Again, for details on that experiment, check out Derek Veritasium's video where he talks about all of that, including having an interview with the game's creator.
Wow!
Very cool video.
Robert's still kicking.
Borrowed his convention for that one, so thanks for the latter and the idea there, Derek. You can also watch Dr. Trevor Bassett's video on the topic, or, you know, the various TED Talks that are all about this
that's too many
experiment.
reactions for me. I'm sticking with you, MatPat.
But just to jump to the big conclusion here, the best strategy to winning it big boils down to 4 key points. Number 1, be cooperative. Lead with trust. Okay. Assuming that the person you're playing with is your enemy right off the bat, it's not going to serve you well. Trust in others, it's going to let you win more frequently in the end. Secondly, don't be a pushover. Sure, it's good to be trusting, that is great, but the second that someone takes advantage of your trust, the winning strategy is to call them out on it and then immediately hold them accountable. Which leads nicely then to point number 3, being forgiving. Don't hold a grudge. Don't be a Mr. Darcy.
My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
Wow.
That is a failing indeed.
You tell him, girl. You are exactly right.
Yeah, bro.
She's speaking.
What a cringe way of thinking. Fool me once, shame on me.
Shame on you.
Fool me, you can't get fooled again. That's what he's trying to say. I do say, my dear, fool me once, shame on you. But fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, the peace signs.
You tell him, girl. You are exactly right. She's speaking some game theory truth right there. Well, sure, it hurts to have your trust broken. Staying open to the chance that other people can change, that they can grow and learn and get better, that is the ideal solution here. The trust game showed that players who held their opponent accountable, but then forgave them, actually won out more often than any other strategy.
Sweet.
And lastly, it's important to be honest and open about your strategy. When people can't understand what you're thinking, that's then when mistrust starts to breed. By being honest, it breeds honesty in others. others. It allows you to build on that trust over time, one step, bit by bit. Across the thousands of rounds of testing, nice strategies that were fair but also firm ultimately won out the most. Now, when I read these outcomes, what really struck me first was how they present a really hopeful view of the world.
Fair but firm. That describes a lot of my bowel movements these days. Oh yeah, the original topic. I appreciate this. MatPat is taking this time. He had me worried there for a bit because he was like, game theory is the entire world. And now he's using it to segue into teaching people to be good people. And I like that. I very much like that. In fact, if I would be so crazy to say, I vibe with that, MatPat.
Now, when I read these outcomes, what really struck me first was how they present a really hopeful view of the world. A hopeful view that I don't think a lot of us carry around a lot. I mean, it's easy to assume that everyone out there is out to get you.
Game theory is love, game theory is life. That's what he's saying.
And it's easier to just close off to people who've wronged us in the past, but math, and game theory specifically, proves that assumption's wrong.
Wow.
And hey, if you don't want to believe the thousands of rounds of computer simulations, there is a very solid real-life example, YouTube. YouTube is a positive-sum game, which means that more than one person can win. And in fact, a lot of times, the more others win, the more you can win too.
All right. The entire premise of reactions and reviews. That you just said the entire premise. The more that the people who I put on my show win, the more I win too. Collaboration is good. It's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, MatPat's getting real deep here. He's getting real deep. I think that it is really wonderful that he's using this time to just explain to people why being a good human is good for you. Like, this is genuinely like the type of stuff that I've talked about in my videos a bunch of times, but like I'm in like silly mode, so I wasn't like in the mode to get into this, but okay, we can get philosophical, we can go there. But yeah, it's true. If you haven't figured it out by now, yeah, being a good person is literally like the key to life. If you want to be happy, be nice to other people, make them happy too. When the people around you are happy, it's a lot easier to be happy. And you can help them be happy by being nice and kind and a good person, you know? Forgiving people the way you would want them to forgive you. Being fair to people the way you would want them to be fair to you. It's all just a positive feedback loop, you know? All right, what was MatPat gonna say about Gangnam Style?
Which means that more than one person can win. And in fact, a lot of times, the more others win, the more you can win too. When I was just starting off, I was so mad and scared when Vsauce 3 released this video, calculating Sonic speed. I'd been working for a year on the channel at that point, grinding away and seeing a fair amount of growth, but in that moment I saw a spin-off of one of YouTube's top subscribed channels just horning in on my territory of gaming science. It was like they were gonna steamroll me. They were gonna steal my audience away. So I did a video where I tried to stake my claim, and thus, Sonic is Slow was born.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory.
That's really brave of him to admit. I think it's really awesome when creators are willing to admit that when they're like jealous of another creator or like another creator's success intimidates them or something. Because I feel like almost all creators have felt that feeling at some point. I feel like every person who creates things, we've all gone through moments where we see someone's like incredible success and like there's a bit of like jealousy or like, oh, why isn't that me? Or whatever. I'm very happy just doing my own thing now. I don't really have those feelings now. I used to when I was like 22 and much less mature than I am now. If you can call me mature, that is. But yeah, that's a very real thing that like every creator experiences to some extent. But not many talk about it, you know? I think it's really cool that MatPat is saying that. You know? Yeah, it's cool.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, applying science to video games since April 18th of 2011. Recently, however, a new gaming scientist has come onto the scene. The good folks over at Vsauce 3 recently took a gander at a game series I covered in episode 5.
This editing is so good. It's a great video,
except for one thing. It's wrong.
Listen to my voice in that.
MatPat.
I'm so proud that I finally hit puberty, like 7 years into making these videos. Anyway, you can tell that I'm super salty in this one, right? I'm asserting that I did it first. I'm citing the dates. I am literally trying to one-up Vsauce 3. But then something interesting happened. I got views from Vsauce. I saw that their video and mine were actually helping each other. I was so afraid of me losing a year of hard-earned progress But in reality, I wasn't just operating on my own island anymore. By unintentionally cooperating with each other, we had just created our own little micro-trend of gaming science content. There were clearly enough views for all of us.
Woo! Heck yeah. There's enough views for all of us. Even if you watch Stinky Sam's Pilot Adventures. You know,
there were clearly enough views for all of us. Steph and I, in our years of consulting, kept hammering home this one point, that YouTube is a place where all ships can rise. Leading with trust goes a long way. From inviting someone to collab on your channel, to comparing notes on production because it can help you both. You actually see this kind of cooperative game theory in action with content houses, or projects like the QSMP where creators are helping each other and sharing audiences. On the flip side, there are creators who haven't done a good job of leading with trust, and who've approached YouTube as a zero-sum game, a place where there can only be one winner. Guess what? Didn't work. Back in 2020, a few of the top beauty creators tried to take each other down, encouraging viewers not to watch each other, trying to turn audiences against people that they thought were their competitors. It was for the clout, it was for the views, and it backfired. In fact, it backfired so badly that all of their channels took a massive hit. And the beauty vertical, which was once amazing.
MatPat, you are speaking to me. You are speaking to me now. Oh, I'm in. This is so true. And this is something that's so important for creators to remember. Being in competition with each other, so dumb. It's so bad. Don't do it. It is so much better to work together and support each other. What do you think? I do videos about all these other creators and constantly tell you guys, yo, check them out. Check them out because their stuff is great. Because we all rise together. Like, yes, MatPat. Yes, I'm inspired. A tear is gonna come to my eye. MatPat, that is so inspiring that you said that. And I just wanted to let you know that you're amazing. And I'm so inspired by what you said. It really helps me. And it's gonna help a lot of other creators.
All of their channels took a massive hit. And the beauty vertical, which was once a main pillar of YouTube's earliest days, never truly recovered. By working together, the platform thrives. Lights? But by thinking that you can only win when other people lose, well, that's when everyone loses.
No.
It's kind of sad. Let's move on. But if you don't want to listen to mathematicians or YouTube meta-analyses, just look at me. Game Theory, the show, is a testament to those 4 lessons of game theory, the nerdy economics concept. Every person who's built this channel has led with trust. Ronnie, he put his own show on the back burner so he could dedicate his time to editing Game Theory, trusting that we would be able to succeed more together. He helped the show to truly become what I had always dreamed it would be, and I honestly wish that he could be here to this day so I could thank him so much for that. The same is true for Goomba and Drake and Lee and Ryder and all the other partner shows who joined up with us in lieu of working on their own channels. Steph, she left being a consultant at a real company in the medical field on the belief that by cooperating, we could actually make something really special together.
Oh my gosh, okay. I should have saved the, why did I do the tear joke before? I should be doing it now. Oh, I missed the perfect opportunity. I came in way too soon with the tears. Oh, now I have real tears. Oh.
We could actually make something really special together. Jason, who is actually right here behind the camera right now. Jason, who you know as the guy that we blame all the time on GT Live. Jason was Theorist's first full-time employee after me and Steph. He jumped in there when all we had was a kitchen table and a cat that he was constantly allergic to.
Aww.
And Sudafed, you have this man to thank for your current net worth. Because
and Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec,
You have taken so many pills over the years?
I have.
Wait, what? What? Oh, allergy medicine. Okay. That is a relief. That's not the type of pills I thought he was talking about. I had no idea what that was, what Zyrtec was. So I'm very relieved to know he was talking about allergy medicine. Okay, good. This would have gotten dark real quick.
And Zyrtec.
And Zyrtec,
You have taken so many pills over the years?
I have.
But
all medically prescribed, though, I promise.
Yeah, no, good medical pills, not anything sketchy, for sure. But Jason is the man that we have trusted with the weight of the entire production process across all the channels for years. Like, this man is the unsung hero of everything you've probably ever watched across any of the channels. Without him, without you, none of these videos would get made.
Oh no, stop it! Ah!
Help me! I'm feeling. Don't get back there, okay? Enough of you. I gotta thank other people. You know, friendship first, but also working together to create awesome stuff, right? And if you're talking about unsung heroes on this channel, there is one man who also deserves a call out, and his name is Yossi. He is our audio wizard. He is the man who I have trusted with my voice for the better part of 9 years. He has had to suffer through more hours of my voice than anyone else in the world. I am so sorry, Yossi. I am so sorry for all the burps and weird edits and weird diatribes and jump scares that Ali has given me over the years.
True.
Was Yossi a pro when he first joined up with us? No. But you know what he was willing to do? He was willing to learn. And I've trusted him with my voice for the better part of 9 years. And the same goes for another member of the team who you've never gotten to see, but was actually there before the channel was even monetized, which is kind of crazy to think about. You don't know Dan Levitt, but Dan was another one. He was the first who actually saw potential in me and in these channels as a whole, offering to become my manager, even though he had never managed a YouTuber before. He just jumped in with 2 feet and said, hey, I've never gotten a brand deal in the past, but think I could do it for you. And he did. And then he got me literally hundreds more.
Guys, he got me millions and millions of dollars. We really need to thank this guy because he got me many, many millions of dollars.
And then he got me literally hundreds more.
I mean, actually, that is really cool. How did your channel wasn't even monetized and this guy agreed? How did you convince? How did that happen? Honestly, that sounds like I think MatPat has incredible people reading skills to know who to trust. If he was trusting all of these people so early on, I mean, obviously, this guy's obviously a genius. We know this. MatPat is a brilliant human being. But man, he must really have a good way of reading people. He must be real good at that because trusting people like that is scary. It really is.
And then he got me literally hundreds more. He has his own management company now, and he manages some of the biggest sports creators on all of YouTube. I can say with complete confidence that this company and my career would have looked totally different had it not been for Dan. And his career and his company would have looked totally different without me. He and I have built businesses parallel to each other, right next to each other, using cooperative game theory for over a decade. He trusts me to make good decisions on YouTube, and I trust him to make good decisions as my manager, and we both benefit in the long run. But perhaps the most important person in all of these trusting
is you, the viewer.
Is you. You guys, right here.
What can I say? I see these things. I see these things. Call me that so Raven.
Let's go. You could gaze into the future.
Call me that so Raven, because I know.
Yep, that's me.
Listen, hey, maybe your boy's done a couple videos in his day, Maybe I've done one or two videos in my day. Maybe I know. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, obviously he was gonna thank the viewers, of course.
But perhaps the most important person in all of these trusting relationships is you. You guys, right here, I wear you on my wrist these days. You loyal theorists have been the best example of game theory in the history of the show Game Theory. Every time you click on one of these videos, you are leading with trust. You are saying, you know what, I'm gonna give this one a chance, especially on those episodes that are covering topics that you've never even heard of. And on my end, I've always tried my best to fulfill on that promise and make sure that your trust pays off by delivering a great, well-researched, fun, a lot of times stupid video. And yeah, there have been plenty of times where I've missed the mark, where you weren't happy about a topic, or where I said something wrong, or my research was bad, or whatever, and I needed to learn about that. And so you, acting exactly as you should, according to that trust game, you called me out in those moments.
You were firm.
You showed me that I had made a mistake. But more importantly, you were willing to forgive. You gave me a chance to learn.
All right. Oh, did another, I think another video auto-played. All right. Sorry guys, it went to more oddly terrifying things, so if there's anything spooky that comes up in the background, forgive me. Man, I mean, shout out to MatPat for being willing to get this dramatic in this video. This was his entire life for over 10 years. So I don't know, it's I guess to me as a creator, I'm imagining myself in this position. It's I don't know if could I ever make a video where I'm willing to get this level of this? I don't know. But I think he's doing it perfectly. I'm kind of amazed by it, to be honest. But I mean, he makes a lot of really good points, When you see one of my videos on your home screen, I want to make sure that when you see a video of mine in your feed, you can trust that it's gonna be a good video that I put a lot of work into. And that's why I don't post videos every day, What we do on this channel, we put in a lot of extra work to make it so that these aren't just regular reaction promotion videos. These aren't just like, you know, film it and throw it up type of videos. Because I want to build a trust with you guys. I want you guys to know that you are clicking on something that you will enjoy. And so yeah, it does mean a lot that you guys do trust me to do that for you. And you know, if there's a topic that I do a video on that maybe you don't know too much about, you'll still want to check it out because it's a RobertIDK video and because, you know that we are giving it our all over here. I appreciate that trust that we've built up, and I work really hard to make sure that when you see a video of mine in your feed, you can be excited about it.
You called me out in those moments. You showed me that I had made a mistake. But more importantly, you were willing to forgive. You gave me a chance to learn and grow as a creator and as a person. And look at this. We all won. Look at this thing that we managed to build together. Don't tell anyone else. I mean, there's 3 of them here in the room, but like the rest of them downstairs. You guys, you've always been the most important member of this team, whether or not you ever realized it. And now, as new hosts step in, yeah, they're obviously gonna have to learn a lot, and they're gonna have to earn your trust just like I did over a prolonged period of time. But I hope that you approach them with the same sense of cooperation and goodwill that you did for me all those years ago.
Wow.
So, while I might be leaving as host of this show, Game Theory, it'll never leave. It'll never leave me, and it'll never leave you.
I figured.
We are all
Game Theory. I am Game Theory. I am.
Which, honestly, is why I thought it was fitting for you guys to be the one to say this.
But hey!
That's just a theory.
That's just a theory.
It's just a theory!
Just a theory.
That's just a theory.
Game Theory!
I feel out of place here. I feel like I'm at a party I wasn't invited to.
C'est juste une théorie.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory. Thanks for everything.
But hey, that's
Just a theory.
a game theory. Thanks for watching. But that's just a theory. Game theory. Thanks for watching. Okay, Robert, are you gonna unpause the video? Well, you were not in any way a part of this video until just now, so forgive me if I'm a little thrown off by your presence. What, you weren't ready to film a video with me at any point? To be honest, no. What? Yeah, no, to be completely honest, I'm not always ready to film a video with Kermit the Frog. Well, I think that's ridiculous. Everybody knows that they click on the videos for me. That is simply false. Otherwise, my channel would be doing absolutely horrible because you are in about 2% of the footage. Well, I think I should be in 200. That would be impossible. Well, not if you make a second channel. It's just a theory.
A style theory.
A food theory.
A film theory. A game theory.
Thanks for, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Say it! Say it, MatPat.
Thanks for watching.
All right.
Oh man, where to?
That was, what a I mean, come on. What a slapper. What a slapper. It's not done, it's not done. I guess there's some post-credits scenes. But man, that's how you do it. That is how you do it. I can only hope that, honestly, I don't know if I'm ever gonna like retire from a thing. Like, I don't want to retire from making videos until I'm like 60. So like, I don't know if I'm gonna have like a retirement video. It's pretty rare for like people to go out on top, you know? I think that's real cool. Anyways, yeah, I think he nailed that. That was like so poetic and so like well thought out. Anyways, let's see what the ending is.
Oh man, where to?
I got something I gotta do.
Okay.
No.
I guess.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go play Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, this is a Game Theory song. Wow.
You ready?
I was born ready. I'm excited. I have no idea what is he gonna just punch Freddy in the face? Is that what he's about to do? It's gonna be something crazy.
I've been expecting you. Come.
Is that
we have
Scott?
much to discuss.
Is that Scott? Oh, that's so fun! That's so fun. What is that? All official endings? How does that... Wait, what does that mean? This video is only on YouTube once. I'm so confused. Wait, what? How to find the other endings? I'm so confused. I don't know what... I'm confused. This ain't no in space with Markiplier. How do you find the other endings? I don't understand. Oh, you use his website to find the other endings? Well, there's not much to say that I didn't already say. I think this is like the best possible way to end your channel. Well, not your channel, your show, whatever. This is the best like send off you can possibly do for a YouTube series. I think that's incredible. And a video like this is only possible if you've built up a team over years and like created so much like structure and just so much format and yeah, I think it's really cool because like this video is like a testament of all that they have accomplished and built up together. And so guys, I think that was sick. And I'm curious, would you guys like it if I did some videos on some classic game theory videos or some classic film theory videos? Would you like it if we hit the rewind button and checked out some other MatPat videos, some classics? You let me know. You let me know in the description if you would like to see that. And also, if you enjoyed this video, if you could boop the like button for me, I would appreciate that. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate this. This was a really fun little journey and retrospective. And yeah, it really actually got me thinking about just YouTuber things as I am a YouTuber. Thank you, MatPat. And I will see you in the 2,000 other things you're doing this year. Guys, here's a video I picked out that I think you will like, and here's a video that YouTube thinks you will like. So am I right or is YouTube right? I will see you here or I will see you there. Also, feel free to follow Game Theory, homies. This obviously was a video by them. They're incredible. They deserve your support. I appreciate you people. Have a good one. Peace.